Alright, let's get back to it. Yeah, these things are really in here. Let's see. There's some stuff in there. Alright, let's get this thing out first. It seems like this is what's blocking. That's why. The whole cape's under here. That's kind of weird. Alright. Guess I wanted to show you what was there. But again, it's very difficult to get out and watch out. Alright. Got the cape out. Very cool. Big. Huge. Nice little paint job there. So put this to the side. There. This here. Alright, let's take this thing out. What is this? Probably one of the demon guys. Yeah, it's his hand. Cool little hand here. And put this back. Take him out now. And let's see what we can do next. Sorry, just moving some stuff out. Alright. Another hand for the demon. Looks like it's the right hand. So that's cool. Another demon, looks like it's the foot. Back. Demon head. There's a felt under here, so it just kind of just sits on the base, I guess. That. This is the portrait for the additional portraits. So yeah, it has felt there too, so you can just kind of display the second portrait. Finally, this is the other demon, so it's set like that. There you go, that looks pretty cool. Very, very cool. Demons, I really like the way the demons look. Again, there's felt on the bottom. Alright, I think that was everything in the first layer. Alright, except for this. What is this? The base, well, it's continued on the bottom. So let's just put this thing back. Go like that, and then I went like this. Alright. Let's see. We have the base here. The second layer. There's the base. Word effect's pretty good. And little thing on the bottom. Sticker on the bottom. So, alright. Place this somewhere. Alright, let's see. Next, let's do the body. Here's the Goblin Queen's body. Really cool. And I think on the camera the skin tone's being kind of washed out, like really white, but no, there's really good skin tone to this. So you put this away. Give me 1 second. Alright, let's see. Oh, sorry, let me adjust the camera. Alright. I'm guessing this is one of the portraits. Alright, so that's portrait 1 with the green eyes. Looking good. Alright, let's put that aside. Alright, what else we got here? Guessing this is the second portrait. And I think there's a third. Wow, they did a lot. Here's the third portrait. Ooh, I'm actually really liking this. In the renders and the prototype, I didn't like how the green looked, but yeah, I'm really liking that way that looks. Looks really cool. Alright. Sorry, give me a second. I'm just trying to... I should have made space on my desk before I started putting all this stuff here. Alright. Alright, let's see. This is the base. Second head. This is the hand. Her hand. Right hand. So. And then finally the third. Wait, no. This is left hand. And finally the third portrait. Third portrait, I think, was the original render with just the white eyes. Alright, so we'll get this thing assembled. Alright, this is custom Madelyne Pryor, the Goblin Queen, fully assembled. Yeah, so this project was actually, I think, shown years ago. I mean, I gotta say maybe during COVID time, maybe? I don't remember. But it was a long time ago, and I saw it, and I initially wanted it because it was sculpted by Mark Newman, who also sculpted the Sideshow Jean Grey, and he also sculpted like several of Sideshow's female statues, and including in the Bowen days, he did a lot of Bowen Designs female statues as well. So yeah, so I mean, I've always been a fan of his sculpts, and you know, his female sculpts, and you know, they're always awesome. So eventually, I mean, I never PO'd it at the time, so you know, just let it pass. And then last year there was another custom Madelyne Pryor on Throne, which I decided to PO that one instead. And you know, that one's probably not going to come until maybe later this year. But anyway, this one was picked up again by another group, and quickly, like, they had the prototype ready, the paint was done, and you know, they opened the edition size. And I think because the original commissioner passed away at some point, so it's a resurrected project, and anyone, the new commissioner that picked it up, pretty much allowed anyone that had previously put a deposit down, like, they didn't have to put another deposit down, and they pretty much quickly got this thing made. And I'm like very surprised at how quick the turnaround was on this, like from when the prototype was first shown, then they opened PO, and it's sitting here. I didn't expect this thing until maybe like the end of this year, and it showed up now. So anyway, yeah, Madelyne Pryor, she is a clone of Jean Grey. Now, I think initially she didn't start off as a clone. So after Jean Grey died at the end of the Phoenix story arc in the comics, you know, where she sacrificed herself and to kill the Phoenix because she was turning into Dark Phoenix, Scott, I think, left the X-Men, and then later he finds this woman who looks very similar to Jean named Madelyne. I think she's a pilot or something like that. Eventually, they have a kid named Cable, or well, not Cable. They have a kid, Nathan Summers, who turns to be, you know, Cable in the future. And Jean Grey comes back to life, like in, I think, I forget what Fantastic Four issue. the Fantastic Four find a cocoon in the ocean, and it's Jean. So then Scott essentially leaves Madelyne, with the kid, to go back to Jean, and that kind of throws Madelyne off the edge. And then we go into the X-Men Inferno storyline where she becomes the Goblin Queen, and you learn that she's actually a clone of Jean. So that's like a brief little thing of Madelyne Pryor. It's a slightly different in X-Men 97. X-Men 97, she's straight up a clone. They she replaces Jean for a while, then you find out that she's the clone, and blah 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 blah. So if you haven't seen X-Men 97, it's pretty good, very fast-tracked take on the Inferno storyline. So this one is, it's awesome. Like in hand, the I don't know if in the camera, but it's the skin and some pictures were showing is a bit washed out, but right now it looks really cool. So let's just zoom in a bit. And so we have first let's just go down to the base. So we have these little goblin guys that they don't magnetize into the base. There's just felt on the bottom, and then this guy won't even stand up unless his arms are fully put in. And if you put one arm there, he'll fall over. So he has to have his second arm on here, and he just kind of rests on there. Same thing with the guy in the back. The goblins themselves, sculpt wise, amazing. So let's just go there. So yeah, in the teeth look really good. You have that glossy effect on his gums, his eyes, the sculpt is awesome. You have seam lines on his arms and stuff. But yeah, I don't know how else you could have put this on. This one's not so much. The guy in the back, I'm just trying to turn it. Try not to do it fast, because literally, they just kind of rest on there. So if I need to move this, I need to take them off first, disassemble the other guy, take off his arms, and then take them off base, and then move Madelyne. But yeah, very cool. They they look really awesome. Probably just one little critique, maybe they could have just have a wet look to them. I don't know, demons to me seem like have a wet look. His arm here doesn't really go down. It kind of rests there, but you can't put him aside the thing, because his nails kind of come down. It reminds me of the Bowen Designs Madelyne Pryor, which is very similar. It sits on top of a black base. You can't, and the goblins are separate from the black base. It just rests on it also. So you can't put the goblins on, because one of the arms goes all the way down, supposed to the base. So in terms of the base, yeah, the wood looks pretty good. Nothing spectacular. The pentagram looks good. It's a brighter, more orangey in person, but let's go up to the Goblin Queen. So starting our legs, just again, fantastic sculpt by Mark Newman. I don't know if you could see in the video, but the paint has a little kind of glitter almost effect to it. So that's really cool. Going up to the body, basically a very classic Madelyne Pryor look. The skin tone is done very well. The musculature is awesome. To me, she's almost like a CrossFit type person. So she's very, very fit, and you can see all the musculature in her legs. And this is the main reason why I wanted to get it, even though I had another one on PO, is this very closely matches the Jean done by Sideshow. She has a costume on, but you could see the musculature in the costume with the other Jean, including the butt area and stuff like that, all the muscle there. And that's kind of why I wanted, because I'm she's supposed to be a clone, so they're supposed to be very similar. There's veinage here. I don't know if you can kind of see in the video, but there's veinage in the bust area. So looks very cool. To me, maybe that it's a bit too busty compared to the Sideshow Jean, but yeah, it's pretty good. This is how she looks in the comics. This is what they did in the 90s. I think in later iterations she has different color counts where she's more covered up a bit, especially in X-Men 97 she was very covered up. So let's go back. Her cape, let's zoom out a bit. cape is done really well. Again, has that little glitter, glossy like effect to the cape. It's very long too. As you can see when I do this, I mean, it's kind of going out. So it's a lot of space between her body and that. I mean, good. It's good that you can see her body, like the back, but it does push the cape out, which, you know, means you need a lot more space to display this. So there's that. The hands key in. The hands are done pretty well. You know, she's kind of, you know, in a pose, and when I bring out the jean later, you'll see how it matches up really well. And then her face. Her face looks really cool. So not exactly the same sculpt as the Sideshow jean, and I'm pretty sure he probably couldn't do that because, you know, but yeah, I mean, simple enough. I mean, in the comics, it was like, oh yeah, she looks like Jean, but it was like, you know, I guess she wasn't identical, but I think she's supposed to be, right, if she's a clone. And she kind of had a different hairdo, like, well, she had like bangs in the front, like when they first showed her. I mean, this is more the Goblin Queen look, but you know, let's spin her around a bit. I love the hair. The sculpt is done really well, and it's actually red. So what I really dislike about when Sideshow does redheads is they try to do like a realistic redhead where it's kind of red brownish, but I mean, I like if you're doing a comic character, just do the red, you know. I mean, they do that with all their redheads. So yeah, so that's a quick view of the Goblin Queen. I mean, sculpt awesome, paints really good. I really liked the veinage when I first took it out. I was like, oh wow, they actually put the veins in there and stuff, you know. And you know, shading is it's done pretty well. They have that little speckle effect in the skin, you know. I'm gonna try to make it look a bit more realistic. And then let's go down here. Here's you only get one of these, so it's just to display the second head. And here's the head with the glowing green eyes, and this is probably the one I'm gonna display it with. I do like just the regular green eyes from the portrait, so I'll probably switch those out. The last one is here, and again, like I showed earlier, is just white. Looks okay. I mean, you can kind of see the eye and in there, so it's not like fully white, which is pretty cool. But yeah, probably not my favorite sculpt. So it's really between the normal green eyes and the glowing green eyes. So yeah, this is Madelyne Pryor Goblin Queen, number one. Not number one, but you know, my first quarter scale version of her. They made another quarter scale version, but that's mainly with Mr. Sinister, and it was kind of based on Jim Lee's Villains artwork. Sorry, video cut out. So I was just saying that there was another one with the throne that came out, another one that was done on Instagram, and then a third one that I guess was done in Unreal Engine, and they're making that one in a statue, and that one has like light ups and all that stuff. I didn't even inquire about that one. I mean, it looked really cool, but yeah, I just don't know how that would come out. I mean, it looked awesome in the 3D application, but I don't know about. Anyway, so here is Madelyne Pryor with the Sideshow Jean Grey, also sculpted by Mark Newman. Yeah, so it looks really cool. I mean, I think this is a good way to display them. And as you can see with Jean, I haven't done a review on this, but she does have like a lot of musculature to her. And I guess, you know, I mean, yeah, I mean, looks pretty good. I mean, Jean looks a little bit thinner, but that could just be the costume making it look that way. But in terms of her legs, arms, and yeah, so I mean, Jean is probably, let's see, she's a bit darker in tone, skin tone, slightly, but she does have the green eyes, you know, matching with Madelyne there. So yeah, I mean, I think these pair well together, very similar to my Bowen designs. You know, they're almost exactly in the same pose. So let me walk over here and go to my Bowen designs, and you can see that there's the Mark Newman Jean kind of in the same pose, and then we have the Goblin Queen over there, you know, kind of similar pose as well. And then you see the demons on the back and the black base. So yeah, I mean, I have a lot of jeans in my collection, so I mean, happy to get the her clone as well. So to me, it's all part of the same line. Anyway, so yeah, again, I really like the Madelyne Pryor. It's awesome. I mean, sculpt wise, can't get any better than Mark Newman for female sculpts. Matches this one pretty well in terms of musculature and things like that. So yeah, I mean, the only thing different, I mean, even her hair is like big and flowing and stuff like that. Same thing as this. And as you can see from the video here, is very red hair, more like a reddish brown hair, what Sideshow normally does with their white heads. But I prefer this look, similar to the custom in the back and the customized X-Force jean. So I'll pair this one, since it's more museum pose, with this jean. And then when I get the jean on throne, I'm going to pair that with the X-Force costume jean. And yeah, I'll probably do a compare between this this one and the one on throne. So I'll do a review on the one on throne, then I'll do like a versus thing, like what I've done before. So anyway, yeah, thanks again for watching, and yeah, we'll see what comes in next. Thank you.